So from that same sheet, we are now looking at the back page at number 16, and I'm going to give you guys a couple of steps. We talked about these yesterday. But in order to solve 16 and 17, you have to follow a couple steps. Number 1 is to find your sum of interiors, so find your S. For number 2, you are going to combine your like terms and then set them equal to that S. Step number 3 is to solve for X. And step number 4 is plug in if needed. And 16 is actually one that we will need to plug in. So we can actually solve these using these steps. So first things first, it says find your sum of interiors. Because all of these are interiors, I'm going to say S is equal to, of course, n minus 2 times 180. Now let's count the sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would say 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180. And your answer here is actually 720. Once again, reminder, this can be input into the calculator and actually should be inputted at the same time. So always find your S. Your S is going to be different for every single polygon that is given to you. It's not always going to be set equal to 720. But once we find that, that is step number 1. Step number 2 says combine your like terms and set them equal to S. So let's do that. Let's combine all our angles. I'm actually going to start off with this 90-degree angle. So I'm going to say 90 plus 9x minus 19 plus 111 plus, don't forget this one, 5x plus 8 plus 128, and then plus 7x plus 3. And it does say set equal to S, which is 720. So what we can do here is box all our numbers that do not include an X. So 90, negative 19, positive 111, positive 8, positive 128, and positive 3. And what we're going to do here is we're going to combine them. So that doesn't always mean add them. Sometimes, for example, here you're going to have to subtract. All right, sorry about that. Once you actually combine all of those, you should get 321. Then you can circle all your X's. So here's an X, there's another X, and you have one more right there. And again, when you're combining the X's, you're only combining the numbers. Some of you like putting 7x on your calculator. That's going to give you an error. So once you put all those X's together, you should get 21x. And remember, you are setting it equal to your S. So all of these are equal to 720. From then on, super easy. All you have to do is get rid of this 321. So I'm going to do opposite of what I see on both sides. And you have 21x equal to 399. Last step, divide by x. Just kidding, divide by 21 on both sides. And you have an x of 19. However, of course, that's step 2 and step 3 done. Step 4 says plug in, so we are not done. Once we find our x, if it asks us to, and it won't always, but if it says find the measure of angle B, all you have to do here is say 5 times 19, replacing this x here, and plus 8. And there you should get an answer of 103 degrees. For number 17, you are going to follow the same 4 steps that you did for number 16. So again, first step should be finding your S, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, some of you already know that if it's a pentagon, it's going to be 540 degrees. But of course, if you don't, that is using our S is equal to n minus 2 times 180 equation. However, what's different here is that you have your congruency marks. You have something like this on your test tomorrow. You're going to take these interior angles, and every single one of these are going to be 9x minus 18. So while you could count them, you can also multiply them. Take one angle, there's 5 sides. All you have to do here is say 5 times 9x minus 18. Distribute twice. And so when we distribute, we actually find that that is 45x minus 90. And then again, we set it equal to our s, so we would set that equal to 540. So then I'm going to add 90 to both sides to get rid of it. This cancels, and we are left with 45x equal to 630. Let's divide both sides by 45. This, of course, is going to cancel, and we are left with x is equal to 14. This one doesn't require step number 4 because it doesn't say plug in anywhere. We are just solving for x. But again, if you wanted to, you could have just said 9x plus 9x plus 9x plus 9x and then minus 18 for all of those and just counted them. But I mean, I think for me it's easier just to multiply. Don't forget to do it twice. Number 18 is solved differently. Number 18, all of these are exterior angles. And so our number 1 or step number 1 for this is going to be different. Step number 1 here is going to be combine your like terms. But in this case, you would set it equal to 360. So let's start by combining them. So you would say 5x plus 12 plus 9x plus 1 plus 10x minus 37. And you set that equal to 360. So you are having one that looks just like this on your test. You only have one of them. But what you do here, again, step number 1 is just to combine like terms. So I am going to box all my numbers. And I'm going to combine them. So on my calculator, I'm going to click 12 plus 1 minus 37. And that should give me a negative 24. Then I'm going to circle all my x's. So 5, 9, 10. And all of those are positive, and that should give you a positive 24x. Still set that equal to 360. 2 steps here. I'm going to add 24 to both sides. So this can cancel. We are going to have 24x equal to 384. Divide both sides by 24. And you get an answer of x equal to 16. That's not what they're asking for. They're asking for measure of BCA. It's a little bit difficult. You have to plug it into C and then do supplementary angles. But we're not doing that on your test, so I'm not going to bother with it. Keep this sheet. I am going to be checking it off tomorrow, and I'll see you then, I think.